Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, as you can see, this is Mission Trip Sunday. We're pretty excited about it. I have a couple of announcements to make. First of all, next week we have the Gracewood Singers coming to Heaven Community Church, which will be a real thrill. Secondly, Judy Conley. Could you come up for a minute, please? Judy has an announcement to make.
Take a minute, read that, and think about that this week. Also, I wanted to mention something that's coming in just a couple weeks. We're wrapping up our summer Sunday school, and we're going to end with a pizza party on August the 29th. That's 2 Sundays from today. And we're going to get together, have pizza, and we're going to watch the Bee movie because it kind of addresses the importance of taking care of creation, which is what our children have been learning about all summer. So it's not just open to our children, our youth, our entire congregation is invited to attend. So August 29th, we're going to meet at 5 p.m. for dinner and a movie here at the church. We'll hope you'll join us.
I worked at, volunteered at Boys and Girls Club of Chicago, and it was pretty great. The kids were from a very minority area, very poor area, and they had a lot of home problems and stuff, not well-connected families. But they always came to the Boys and Girls Club with a great attitude, sunny disposition. They always had fun. One example of this is I played Monopoly with one of the kids who I just talked to for one time otherwise. So I didn't really know him, but I would be kind of losing, and he would just give me Monopoly money. Just but yeah. They did a lot of activities, and it was really well run by the counselors. They kept them under control, which is a lot different from last year. Last year we had to shove the kids and pick them up and carry them. But, one of the best parts was they had boot camp, where this giant Marlin guy would get the kids out and running around, make them do laps, make them do sprints, and push-ups and stuff, and the kids just had fun and were super tired afterward, and it was good. They also had a pool table, and the kids were just amazing at pool. They just come there every day and just play pool. So yeah, it was pretty good. I feel like I really helped them.
But as one in a leadership role, so it was a little different for me.
but there were several things that made this mission trip a little bit different. I was in a group with Jordan and Jacob and also Alex McGrath. They were the guys who were with me. And we were working with a group called Ecclesia. And it ended up not being so much a group as one man who was a Pentecostal minister in the inner city there in Chicago. And it was an odd ministry that we were doing because we were doing construction on his home. And we were sort of making it into a nice place for people to go and hang out. And we would ask him, now, what are your plans for this place? What are you going to use this space for? And he didn't really have an answer for us. He wasn't able to articulate what his future ministries were going to be. And so we were kind of we were working here for one guy fixing up his home, and it was odd. We didn't quite know at first what we were doing there because there was no clear goal. There was no clear outcome from the ministry we were doing. And it took us as a group a while to sort of come to terms with the fact that we were setting the stage for his future ministry and that we weren't directly benefiting the community, but by helping this man and giving him the resources and time that he needed to set up his own space, he was going to be able to then go and do work with youth and do ministry with the youth in that area. And so it was a very unique opportunity, especially working with a Pentecostal minister. And I'm so proud of these guys that I was working with. It's very good.
Jake and Alex, and I remember, like, this is my first mission trip. I didn't know what to expect, so sure, I was just a little bit scared, but I ended up like loving the mission trip so much. I remember the first day that okay, anyway, so I remember the first day that we were with Pastor Tomas, the minister over there, and he took us on a walk through the city, and basically he took us to this, like, a couple of benches near this, like, tennis court, and asked us about our religion. And we basically gave our definition of how we were, about how close we were to God, basically on, like, temperature ratings and that stuff. Asked us how we came closer to God. One of my definitions was that I like to express my love for God through music, because a lot of people here know I love to sing so much. And anyway, like, after that, and after hearing a bunch of people say how they were closer to God, it really opened up my eyes to what God's really about and that stuff. I see God in a completely new fashion. Anyway, the day after that, we were sent to work. I was part of the gardening crew. There's the heavy lifting crew and the gardening crew. We actually did a really, really great job. We went around to different corners and cleaned up around the area, then planted some new things around there. We also weeded his backyard, used hose on his sidewalk. It was really fun. My favorite job, of course, was smashing concrete. That was really, really fun. Although I got sprayed a couple times, a little nicked on my arm, so it was definitely worth it, because just giving to the community, it was a really worthwhile experience.